the guys had the idea that why don't we sling a rifle on the dog's back to make the pictures a little more interesting. The victim was kneeling down in front of the dog when the weapon slipped. The one round went through the victim's shin, the right part of his shin, and came out through the back of his calf.
Was the dog held at all for any period of time by the police?
No, it wasn't. No. In Michigan, law basically states that people can commit crimes, that animals aren't some form of, whatever that could commit a crime.
An animal cannot commit a crime or be charged with a crime in the state.
Exactly.
Is it possible that the dog, knew what it was doing?
That I don't know. I really wouldn't be able to tell you that. Oh, the dog was cute dressed up as a hunter. There's no doubt about it. I mean, it was a funny picture. To look at it was kind of neat.
Yep. This was the kind of place I was from. A box of 270s. Come on. There you go. Perfect. Sorry about that. Sorry. Sorry, been discharged.
You don't need no gun control. You know what you need? We need some bullet control. We need to control the bullets. That's right. I think all bullets should cost $5,000. $5,000 for a bullet. You know why? Because if a bullet costs $5,000, there'd be no more innocent bystanders. Yeah, every time somebody gets shot, you be like, "Damn, he must have did something." Should they put $50,000 worth of bullets in his head? And people would think before they kill somebody if a bullet costs $5,000, man, I would blow your fucking head off if I could afford it. I'm gonna give me another job, I'm gonna start saving some money, and you a dead man. You better hope I can't get no bullets on layaway.
Not far from where Charlton Heston and I grew up is a training ground for the Michigan militia. Why do you use the long guns?
From self-defense or whatever tactical standpoint, it's a small target. It supposed to represent the vitals on a human being should you ever have to shoot at one.
The Michigan militia became known around the world when on April 19, 1995, two guys living in Michigan who had attended militia meetings, Timothy McVeigh and Terry Nichols, blew up the federal building in Oklahoma City, killing 168 people. The Michigan militia wanted everyone to know that they were nothing like McVeigh and Nichols.
This is an American tradition. It's an American responsibility to be armed. If you're not armed, you're not responsible. Who's going to defend your kids? The cops? The federal government?
No, none of them.
It's your job to defend you and yours. If you don't do it, you're in dereliction of duty as an American. Period.
And we're just here to let them know that, hey, we're here to help. We're not the boogeymen that we're made out to be. We're here to help and defend the people of this country.
I'm sure you guys are the kind of people that people would like to have as their neighbor. If somebody's in need, you're there to help them.
Yeah, pretty much. And we're all normal people. We all have regular jobs, professions, and this is what we do on our own time.
What kind of job do you have?
I'm draftsman.
Draftsman, how about you? Unemployed right now. Unemployed? Frank, what do you do for a living? I work for a heat treating company. I drive a truck for him. Uh-huh. Okay, how about you?
I'm a real estate negotiator.
Real estate negotiator.
White collar all the way.
You don't bring that with you, though, do you? When you're negotiating the real estate?
No.
All right.
Where do you live, in suburban Detroit?
Westland.
You live in Westland. So what do you have in your home?
Smith & Wesson 9mm.
9mm.
Yeah.
How about you?
With hollow point.
12 gauge.
12 gauge at home.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. How about you?
M16.
At home?
Yep.
Yeah.
At the ready.
Huh?
I don't agree with that because you got to worry about where your rounds are going. Do you have Frandill in it?
I know where they're going to go when I aim and shoot.
Whose idea was the calendar?
Well, that would probably be Kristen. Picture's worth 1,000 words. I mean, it's not. It demonstrates a level of sophistication that you wouldn't expect out of militia. B, we're people too.
Right.
And we have a lot of fun with it.
Right.
It was a fundraiser. It showed that we're not so serious. We're not these conspiracy nuts that wouldn't want our pictures get out. And at the end, it was a fun fundraiser.
I've had guns pretty much since I was old enough to have them.
Yeah.
And I learned how to use them. You're silly. Because being a female, number one, I felt it was important to be able to protect myself with the best means possible. And one of those means is having a gun. When a criminal breaks into your house, who's the first person you're going to call? Most people will call the police because they have guns. Cut out the middleman. Take care of it. Take care of your own family yourself. If you're not going to protect your family, who is?
We're not racist. We're not extremists. We're not fundamentalists. We're not terrorists or militants or none of other such nonsense. We're just concerned citizens. We have a desire to fulfill our responsibilities and duties as